Alright guys, we're back heading into game number 2 where off-brand cereal are making the case that choose the off-brand because it's better and cheaper. Now, we're going to see a Johanna band out and the garage. Followed up immediately by an ETC ban. I'm not quite sure why off-brand cereal would ban out the ETC if it's being a little cheeky. Kind of like, well, ETC was exceedingly successful for them in the last game, so let's just take away our successful pick. Anyways, now Urel being another ban, very common here as they don't have the first pick, but the Genji pickup is hella Monka S. I mean, we're talking about someone who can take down the boss significantly easier than anyone else in the game, aside from maybe Hanzo, and he has mobility. He can basically get across the map very easily and support either the top or bot lane and rotate and basically be a major menace. The Alex Straza is okay. I actually don't like her that much on this map for two reasons. The way the mechanic works is you can walk onto the point and now contest it, making it very easy to prevent it from being under the control of the enemy team. So you let them pop dragon and you just get top or bottom. You just go to the other lane and let Alex Straza waste the dragon. And once dragon is down, you basically have lost any advantage you have with the Alex Straza. The Blaze is definitely very nice. We will see a Zag actually in the top lane, which is going to once again show sort of a macro play here. And they will be able to have Genji rotate top, Zag very potentially going to rotate bottom, or if they go for the Maw, completely negate any healing as they've been taken out by the Maw as they all group up for Alex Straza, making it a very, very easy Maw target. Now the Muradin is very nice in the sense that, well, Malthael has been banned out, making it a much easier choice. And additionally, they already picked up their solo laner, meaning that you're not going to have the Malthael regardless because you already have a solo laner. You don't really need Malthael in the bot lane. And much like you just heard Trogal said, the apocalypse has indeed come because they're making a very cheeky pick here with the Cho'Gall. What's harder to kill than a Cho'Gall? A Cho'Gall with a life binder Alex Straza, because they have a huge HP pool. You've basically given them, they essentially have somewhere between 2 to like 1 3/4 more HP than a normal hero, depending on what hero you're looking at. And with Alex Straza, she basically gives him then somewhere around 3.5 to 4 HP bars worth, thanks to Lifebinder. And the final pickup here is Karazim and Chen. The Chen is really interesting. Looks like they're planning to solo lane with the Chen and put Zag in the bot lane. They have just a very hyper mobile team, and they're going to just dive with Chen, Karazim, Muradin, and Genji to blow up the Alex Straza. That's the game plan, it looks like to me. They don't have a significant amount of damage to keep Cassia from getting a lot of trade value. However, Karazim with 7-sided can get a lot of trade value here against Cho'Gall and even Cassia, who will mitigate, all the auto damage. Although they really don't have much auto damage, which also makes it very strange. Yes, they're going to dive in, but really it's the botting and the abilities, and that'll do the most. But to be fair, it might be minor damage, but it's still a form of damage for that you're negating with the Cassia pick. Now, because of the spiciness of the Chen and the Zag versus the spiciness of the Cho'Gall, and we've already seen the first game. I'm leaning towards off-brand cereal to bring it for game number 2 and take the series. So we're going to jump on into the actual match now. We got Springlock on the Zag. We got Double J on the Chen, Rakuten on the Merton, Alisite on the Karazim, and Mad Buddha is going to be on that Genji. On the other side, we have Megsite, which is the combination of two players, Mega Milk and Parasite, on the Cho'Gall. We have Andrade on the Blaze, Shank B9 on the Alexstrasza, and finally Double L Dam on the Cassia. And that'll be the Banzo brothers and off-brand cereal. So taking positions, looking for any poor rotation. They're going to just sit tight in the meantime. So they are actually going to have double melee in the bot lane. They're full on ganking here. Essentially a 4-man gank of a 4-man team, I'd call this. Because everyone dives. Everyone in this spot lane. They're going to have a hell of a time to get through and actually push out. So we're going to see Insight is going to be the pick here. So you don't see Insight very often. I feel with their comp, it would make sense to not go Insight because you dive in, Iron Fist, and just blow someone up from here to next year. Very nice body blocking there from Double J, but the Fend is going to do a lot of work as they are going to have to back on off. Double J and LSI taking a chunk of damage. Rakuten trying to prevent them from continuing their aggression. Now, 11 stacks, Swift is win. We're going to get the accumulating flame here, and with it, it will give him extra armor. We also have the third win and the corpse feeders. Other side, we have the neural stim pack, Taskmaster, Callous Tide, the Circle of Life, and finally Charged Strikes. With that many people, oh, Double L Dam looking a little worse for wear. Will manage to survive, just walking away with a little under 60 HP before making it back behind the walls. Now, top and bot have been picked up. Springlock holding it down right now. Remember, corpse feeders is this. Reduce the cooldown, allows him to push in a little bit faster and a little bit harder. Now, I don't think that's the normal pickup in a lot of cases. You'll see the increased banelings, or you can see yourself getting a kill on Blaze. In the meantime, Chen getting really low. We got Mad Buddha coming on in, trying to get the kill, and they will succeed trading 1-for-1. But Megsite, aka Mega Milk and Parasite, looking for the kill, but they're not going to get anything else. Mad Buddha dropping the protected beautifully there as soon as Megsite looks like he's looking at him a little bit aggressively. So looking at the build, we have Spirit Ally. We got the Swiftest Win, still thinking about it at level 4 for Genji. Coming on across, getting Cho'Gall bodied a little bit there. And they will retain control of the bot for now on off-brand cereal. Top lane, Andrade trying his best to actually survive. I mean, he has the Hunter Killer on him, which is not the easiest thing to deal with. Rakuten getting back onto the point, making sure it's held, and there's the brew drinking, making sure that he just absorbs damage for free. Double L Dam taking a bunch of damage to the face, but they're going to have to back off and they will not be able to secure any kills here. Level 4, we will continue with Strike at the Heart. We got the kick toss, so we're going full Donkey Kong. We got Double J jumping on over. Meg, though, staying on in. The heel and Chen will go down, but not for long. And they'll see another 2 members of Off-Brand Cereal drop in here. They were looking for Shank B9, but the Dragon coming out perfectly timed to survive, knock them all away, get the healing, and then get the kill. In the top lane, we're going to see that Genji value. They just play musical chairs here. Buddha will come on in, be able to push it in. We got the Hunter Killer, which will go down very quickly as it sits on the oil dispersal. Now the 4-man will rotate back. They do have Springlock who can get onto this point and contest it. Still roughly the same overall. But the Banzo brothers show them this power behind the Cho'Gall and the Alexstrasza. We also had the Thunderburn picked up and the Serrated Spines. On the other side, we had the Oil Dispersal, the Runic Persistence. And we got the Seared Flesh, Surge of Vitality, and the Ring of the Leech. Now, they have a control of the bot lane. Rakuten coming on in. There's the across the body of Double Eldam, and they'll pick up a kill in the bot lane and a kill in the top lane simultaneously. Now, they are looking really good at getting those kills. That's essentially, I feel like they scale on the side of off-brand Serial. Their comp is a better scaling comp for getting those ganks. Not so much the early game, especially with someone like Mad Buddha, who gets more and more talents to get more and more Swift Strike value. And as he gets more and more Swift Strike value, thanks to those talents, it becomes easier and easier to get the kills. So, we're going to have this completed, the first objective, about 6 minutes in. First wave will be pushing on in on the opposite sides. So, they do stop it momentarily. Rakuten coming on in. There's the Fist of Fury. And the Fists of Alicite, Mad Buddha, Double J, and Rakuten are going to smack Alexstrasza upside the head and take down one kill and now a second on the Cassia. So they are definitely looking very good right now. So opposite sides, they're not going to rotate probably. They're going to just deal with clearing this wave and pushing in as best as they can. In the meantime, they're actually going to have the rotation. Chen will stay bottom to try and clear this up. Remember, Chen has accumulating flames, which increases his damage over time, which means it's a much easier clear for him at that point. With 4 members here, they're actually sending Cho'Gall top and putting Cassie on the bot lane, which is going to make it a 3v4. Alicite coming on in, Rakuten landing the big stun, Swift Strike across, and Shank B9, not long for this world, and they are now looking like they're going to pick up this 4 and maybe even more kills if they overstay here. Andrade, very far forward, the slice across. You're gonna love these Genjis, a slice and dice action. The new upgraded model will slice and dice through the thickest of armors, including blazes. They get themselves a 10, the fort, and, well, a big old lead. This lead is definitely going to go out of control. Once again, they have 7-sided strike, the X strike, we have the Panda Pals, and the Haymaker, aka Playmaker, followed up by Maw. So they have a lot of tools in their belt for these team fights. And the Banzo brothers, well, they have no tools in their belt at this point. Oh, we got themselves a good old-fashioned gank coming on in. The 7-sided strike, no lockdown. Oh no, that's a bit of a mess up, but it doesn't matter because they still get Shank B9 and get the completion on Quest simultaneously. Good old-fashioned bush ganking coming on in there. You have to respect the level difference, and you have to always have your tank, which would be, I guess, technically Blaze, check things out for you. Meg very far forward. Double Eldam is here to poke him down. But I would not make this play because you're full talent tier down. At this point, they're looking to see if they walk too far forward. They do have 7-sided strike available to them. They're actually going to back on off. I would have liked to see them continue the aggression, but off-brand CRL is playing much smarter here. Top lane, we have a Springlock still winning the 1v1. Going to be a lockdown temporarily, but now on her creep, Zag can outrun Andrade. And in the meantime, well, tens have now been picked up. We're going to see the Twilight Hammer, the Shadow Bolts, and we're going to see the Lifebinder and the Valkyrie, which has been fixed supposedly, which will help interrupt Double J. It'll help pick up a potential Zag. And with Panda Pals, you're not going to get much value out of Ball Lightning, very likely. In the top lane, however, the beautiful gank, and, well, they now know where the team is, and that leaves Double J a little bit exposed, but he can get out of here without a problem. At level 7, Chen did pick up the Brewmaster's Balance as well. We also have the perfect defense, the Heavenly Zeal for the extra the extra movement speed. We have the Bile Drop, only 4 out of 20. I don't think you'll ever see that completed, most likely. And we also have the Heavy Impact, which is not a very common pick. Rakuten coming on in, looking for the stun, the Haymaker, but actually going to screw up Buddha. They are getting the Shadow Bolt volley coming on in, and the Lifebinder being used, and Rakuten actually mispositioning the easy kill, causing his team to lose, well, him in the process. Mad Buddha should be able to escape. We do have a Chen picking up on him, and he should be able to push this in the meantime. Top going to be picked up. Mad Buddha needs to be careful. Does get the vision, and Mad Buddha almost getting caught by the jet propulsion. Alicite needs to be careful as well. They're not actually going to spot this out, and they're going to be walking on down and picking up this camp. But, sorry, picking up the objective, but they, well, are going to have the top still being pushed on in. This is very unfortunate for Banzo Brothers. 7-sided strike coming on in. Springlock taking a lot of damage. Andrade going to be going down. The slicing action of this Genji and the rest of his team to help lock him down for the Swift Strike is absolutely beautiful. So Rakuten still looking for it. Will actually aggro the boss. And they will now pick up, well, the camps. Or sorry, the camps and the objective. On the top side, Rakuten all alone with a Springlock. Meg looking for it. Rakuten, however, is going to be very aggressive, walking on forward. We got Mad Buddha coming on in. The slice and dice action ready to go. There it goes. Swift Strike not going to connect. Rakuten once again getting very low. We got them all. Maul getting a lot of value, but Springbok going to be going down. Alicite is rather low, but they do pick up Alexstrasza, so no healing here. Panda Pal is getting some good value. The jump on back. Shadow Bolt is down. Mad Buddha looking for a little bit more there, and Alicite will be getting out of dodge. Mad Buddha does get the E, does get across, and they will have to call that a day, a 1-for-1. Chen still up here. Andrade, we got the collapse of 3 members. Meg, aka the Cho'Gall duo, is still here. The Twilight Hammer very nicely used. The bunker getting some nice extra armor, popping in and popping out and waiting for Double Dam to get in there. Nice jet propulsion, locking down Murray. And we got Double J in the thick of things. Swift Strike ensuring the demise of Blaze, and Double L Dam is about to go down. The Valkyrie not going to help save his life, and 2 members are down. Double J looking for Shank B9. X-Strike is going to secure the kill, and next up on the hit list is going to be Cho'Gall. And that is going to be a full 5-man wipe. So we're going to look at that once again. We're going to see a very nice jet propulsion, but Andrade gets way too low. They finish him off, and at this point, Cho'Gall is all the way out here. Meg and Parasite in a no man's land, which means there's no one to peel for anyone on the team, and without a true tank, it becomes easy for them to just run rampant on the front and back lines. Well, if there is technically a front line, it's only Andrade, which means they just run rampant across everyone. Andrade going to be going down here once again, and, well, not looking too good for the Banzo Brothers. 18-6 kills, 16 about to be up here. We have Panda Pals and Playmaker ready to go. So they will take down this wall without any problem. And Cho'Gall going on in. Rakuten can jump on in at any point now. There they go. Double J coming across. We get the beautiful swift strike from Mad Buddha. Next up, double L Dam, and they don't even need the playmaker because they're making plays regardless. The playmaker's just there to look a little fancy. 16-13, 2 members down with only a 2.5 still up. Cho'Gall getting 7-sided, and he will be going down. Andrade, well, going to be the only man standing, and they can close out this game if they so choose, and it looks like that's what they're going to do. Andrade, not long for this world, hitting the bunker. We do have Alexstrasza. It's not going to save him because, well, there's too much damage in body blocks anyways. So at this point, we had 20 stacked, 977. We completed it, and a lot of people going down, and no completion on the Circle of Life either. And honestly, the Banzo brothers had a couple of good moments this game. Much better than last, but clearly, Off-Brand Serial is outclassing their opponents at this point. They're undefeated still out of 4 matches and dominations in every single match. The match to look for at this point is going to be Lightly Salted, who are 6-0 as well. And that might not even be a match if Off-Brand Serial is anything to go by in this match. So looking at the final stats here, we're going to quickly jump over. Karazim, 81k healing. Alexstrasza, 29,000 healing. This is insane because they just got so many kills repeatedly with this dive comp. We look at the damage. Cho'Gall, only 50k damage. If you look at the combination of the two, a 90k damage. Genji keeping up with Cho, and Zag keeping up with Cassia. If you look at the rest of the damage difference and the healing difference, this tells all the story you need. The 7-sided strike, the lockdown in it, and then they basically wave goodbye to whoever it is they focus down. You see a hero there one moment, and then they're gone. And Zag with an insane amount of soak there as well. What was also interesting, how Off-Brand switched roles as well. You had Springlock, who was playing support, Alicite now playing support, Rakuten not playing the main tank, Double J, well, I guess technically either one could be considered the main tank here. More so, the Chen would generally be considered more so the bruiser. So definitely some versatility out of Off-Brand Serial. So stick around. We'll do an interview with Off-Brand Serial if they so choose. And yeah, sit on tight.